A Man Called Otto is Tom Hanks' latest, adapted for English language by David McGee from the Swedish novel cum movie A Man Called Ove, and directed by Mark Foster. Hanks plays, unsurprisingly, a man called Otto, who we meet as a grump, referring to everyone he meets as an idiot and never turning down the opportunity to hold someone to account or have an argument. Personal tragedies and changing times have kind of caused Otto to disconnect from the world, at least until a new neighbor, Marisol, played by Mariana Trevino, moves in with her family across the road. This film has echoes of the likes of A Christmas Carol, It's a Wonderful Life, and Ricky Gervais' Afterlife, so it makes it a really nicely timed movie in terms of capturing the mood of the people that are watched in terms of its release date. We find Tom Hanks himself at an interesting crossroads in his career too. He seems to be slowly transitioning into the later years Robert De Niro phase of his career, where all the great new scripts are going to Timothée Chalamet, and Hanks is either in an A-list support act for someone, as in Elvis, or lending his gravitas to try and drag a script that's come from the second round draft pick by leading from the front. However, for someone whose name was once associated with quality, he's probably had more misses than hits as of recent times. Fortunately, this isn't one of them, as he works as Tom Hanks' magic to take what could have been just a schmaltzy nonsense movie and gives it meaning. That isn't to say that it isn't cheesy and schmaltzy. It absolutely is, and is by no means a perfect or classic movie. Some of the characters, like the over-enthusiastic power walker neighbor Jimmy, are hamming it to the max and eye-rolling. And there are subplots such as that of a trans child Otto gets to know, or the evil realtors that are just shoehorned in and come across as box ticking, or only there as manufactured set pieces to get our characters to where they want them to be. Whereas if you want to tell them stories, I think you should actually take the time to tell them stories and go into it. But again, that's not what the movie's about. So again, it just feels like they just had to get an extra subplot in. It's a blatantly emotionally manipulative movie, but when the lead performances by Hanks and Trevino are as effective and compelling as they are, you are happy to be manipulated. It's like watching an elderly couple on first dates. As soon as you see them bring up their past and the sad music kicks in, you know where this is going, but you're also in floods of tears within seconds and rooting for them to succeed and be happy. And that's what this is. And it's so unapologetic about it that you can't help but just buy in and enjoy. You're not even mad at it. It's not going to be the best movie of the year. It's not necessarily a Tom Hanks classic. It may not even be a movie that you rewatch or hear me speak about again. But if you fancy a good cathartic cry and to spend a couple of hours with an on-form Tom Hanks, this is one that won't let you down.